any kids in the house?
Yes.
Leave now. What's up?
Love y'all.
Where you going, man? He left me all alone. I don't know what that's all about. He's afraid. Yeah, he left me on the rooftop. He leaves me in this revival tent. Hey, sir! Ha! Right on. I know who you are, boy. You can't hide shit from me, you know? Anyway, I hope he's gonna wear that to school. Tell me, y'all, what do you want to know? I'm here to answer questions, any and all questions. Who's shy out there? Okay, come on, shy one, give me that question. Yeah.
Were you disappointed that you
Louder.
didn't have any final scenes in season 3? Yeah.
No. Go ahead.
You never eat chocolate-covered pretzels anymore. I wouldn't if I were you.
You know what? You got no room to talk, my friend, with that pink phone. Next. Anyway, yes, I've seen all y'all at least once. This is a small con. We like doing the small ones because a lot of people are local, and we get to come out here and say hello to everybody, and it's sort of like a grassroots PR campaign, and it's a blast. And there's an awful lot of Days of Thunder fans down here too. Yeah. Come on, who's gonna be shy? Come on, girls. I know you've got a question. What you want? Yeah.
Do you have any new roles coming up?
Any what?
New roles coming up? Yes.
Yeah, I got new roles coming up. What's it to you? You know how these things are. You can't talk about them until they give you the official go ahead. And so I got very good with The Walking Dead, talking for an hour and a half and saying nothing. You know? So yeah, I do have another role coming up, and well, what do you want to know about it? You want to know what it is?
Yeah.
No. You go look on the internet, you'll find out exactly what it is. So they even have pictures and stuff like that. Go ahead.
What's your favorite episode on The Walking Dead?
All the episodes are my favorites. I love them all except for one. And that's not the one where I die. Oh no! Did somebody not know? Damn it! Spoiler alert, you didn't know? It's because you ain't seen it yet. You're too young. You know what? You gotta take that mask off, otherwise you won't be able to see anything, Bo. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Did your character Merle, did he make this weapon himself, or did he had help from the Woodbury people to make it?
Well, you know what? I always had envisioned that there was some craftsman at Woodbury that sort of helped me and assisted me in a design that I'd made up, and that's how I came about having that. Because when the governor finds me, I have nothing. I'm sort of bleeding out. I'm almost dead. That's why there was that Woodbury establishment there for a while. You know. So no, I think I sort of talked about it and sort of designed it with a craftsman there in Woodbury, and we put it together. Yeah, I think that's how that sort of came about. We don't ever bring it up or explain it, so. Yes?
I know that, I've heard that you did the voice for the Walking Dead game, the Instincts one, but have you played the Telltales one? Walking Dead, the white one?
I have not.
Good.
I did the voice for Call of the Dead. It's a map pack for Black Ops 1. And then I did Mike Harper, Black Ops 2. Yeah. I play a playable character, Navy SEAL hero, awesome character. And then we did the Survival Instinct. Survival Instinct was the easiest, simplest one. We only did voiceover work. They had already had they had already scanned my body and my face and all that stuff. So I didn't have to go in for that kind of thing. I did that earlier on in Black Ops 1 when we did Call of the Dead. And say, oh, they already had it on file. Since it was already Activision, they gave me a little extra for the use of my likeness. Yes, sir, in the back, in the red. Go ahead.
How uncomfortable was the stuff on?
It was very, very uncomfortable. Yeah, it was hot and sticky, and it pinched on nerves, and it was not fun. And maybe that's why Merle was so damn pissed most of the time. So that he just felt like stabbing it into stuff. Yeah, anyway, something like that. Yeah, go ahead.
You know that scene, so everybody has a different interpretation why you did what you did. Did you guys question the writers too? Why am I doing this way? Or is it like for good reason or bad reason?
I've never been a yes man in my life. I always question the writers, and I always change things, and I make it my own, and that's why I think and I feel that a lot of times my work is very honest and revealing, and because it's mostly my work. I'll take your writing and I like to say I fix it. They like to say you're screwing up the stuff. But you know what? I take it and I adjust it a little bit, and I just make it my own so that it's more. I colloquialize a lot of stuff. A lot of the writers aren't Southern, so I'm originally from Alabama. So I like to take what they've written and sort of add in, the way it's supposed to be said. Right on, thank you.
With the way Rick saw Lori after she died, you think Daryl is going to see you, or are you going to be coming back as like a ghost?
In the white negligee? Yeah. That's exactly what he's going to do. Yeah. Okay, how about you right now? You had your hand up before. Go ahead.
Actually, in line with his question, the scene where you actually...
Talk louder.
The scene where you actually lead the show, did you change that to where it actually had the viewers drawn more back to you?
Had the viewers do what?
Drawn more back to you as your character.
No, I didn't give a flying. You know what? My concern in doing those scenes were not to try to get viewership to like me or dislike me. That's not my job. My job as the actor is get in there and do it and be as honest as possible and maintain a through line that's truthful to the character. You're not going to get Merle out there having some sappy goodbye speech before he croaks, okay? It ain't going to happen. And it would never happen, and it didn't. You're not going to get the governor kicking Merle's ass, because that would never happen, unless there was the beatdown before the governor showed up. And that was the big thing. That was my big concern with the scene. Merle's not going to get his ass kicked by some guy that got his butt kicked by the girl. I'm sorry, ain't happening. So that was my concern, and I wanted to make sure that there was quite a nice beatdown right before the governor steps in and snatches me up, right? So that's that. That was a big concern of mine. And another big concern of mine in that last sequence was that Merle came into the series as an ass kicker, and he leaves the series as an ass kicker. Plain and simple. And no whiny speeches. Oh, I'm dying now. I'm gonna die. I miss you so much, little brother. Anyway, hi. Next, go ahead. How about you?
What was the hardest scene for you to play as Merle?
What?
What was the hardest scene for you to play as Merle?
None of them. Next.
Like, how did you approach acting in a scene? Like, did you have any kind of unique ways of doing your character that you added yourself, kind of?
Everything I do is unique, and I do myself. And I have my own way of doing stuff, and every actor, if there are any actors in here, young actors, you're going to have to find your own way. You know, you can read all the books in the world you want, you can do all the training you want, but you're still going to have to find your own way of doing it. You got to find your own voice. If you're, to make it more literal, if you're a singer, you can copy a lot of other people, you can cover a lot of their songs, but eventually, if you're going to ever make it, you're going to find your own voice, and you got to have your own style and your own deal. So I have a feeling that over the years, all the films and stuff that I've done, I've developed a certain way of doing things. I'm not stuck in that way, don't get me wrong, but I have a certain way that I find where I make things as natural and as real as possible. You know what, I like the first one where I just get the guy, when I see Laurie in the show, and he comes up, I just met him here, he's here. And I stab him up under his neck, up to his brain, and pop him down. That was always a good one. And you know, I've already seen, you know, too many times when somebody's going to step on the skull and it just squishes like some rotten tomato. You know, your brain, even though you're deteriorating, your skull doesn't deteriorate that much. So that's a little old to me. I didn't want to do anything like that. But you know, the kills are getting a little bit harder to not repeat. I mean, how many times can you kill? How many different ways can you kill a zombie, right? Right. Okay, there's a lot of different ways to kill a zombie, but the only way is to kill the brain, right? So, how many ways can you do this without it becoming? Okay, I've seen that before. Okay, I've seen that before. You know, so you got to think of your own way, and maybe, you know, and that was my way. I wanted to stab him. They had me stabbing and bringing it, and the guy falling, and I said I wanted to stab and just bring him down, have it lodged in his skull, and then bring him down and then pull it out. So things like that are very acceptable for actors and writers and directors to all get together on the day, and you change that kind of stuff. You don't have to talk about that and discuss that in the boardroom or anything like that. So when you get out there on the day, you get an opportunity to change a lot of that kind of stuff. Go ahead, sir.
Days of Thunder. Did you have any influence in the last song of the final episode?
Yes, I did. Next. Go ahead, lady in the seat. Go ahead.
How long did it take you to make a chair to become Merle the zombie?
2 hours. Next. Go ahead.
The fight scene in the arena, Merle or Henry, portrait of a serial killer?
Oh, Merle would kick Henry's ass. But Henry, you know, if Henry became friends with Merle, Henry'd probably stab Merle in the back, that kind of thing. Yeah, it was a strange character, that Henry Lee Lucas guy. Yes?
What would be your weapon of choice for the zombie apocalypse?
My weapon of choice? You know, not Merle's? Michael Rooker's weapon of choice? It wouldn't be a knife hand, let me put it that way. Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Did you get to take little Merle home?
I take little Merle wherever I go. Thank you. if everybody's got their photos yet, you know, we're going back to the booth over there, and we're going to be signing until when?
About 7.
7 o'clock tonight?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Come on. Get them while they're hot.